Excuse me, Spider-Man, would you mind if I quickly had sex with your ship? Hello, welcome to the Nidd server. With me is Sal. Me is Boris, by the way. I always just assume that everyone sort of knows. Hello, Sal. And is Minty.
Hello, Minty.
Jones. We
Hello.
haven't met him before. You're an enemy. I might send you a request right now before I accidentally run into you run into something that kills you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, call me a frenemy.
Okay. So I realized that although Sal has kind of been playing with us for quite a while, we never actually introduced her. She just kind of was here.
Yeah, here all along.
Just sort of crept in slowly. And we just never questioned it.
Yeah, hibernating in an asteroid is
I described it as being coaxed into the Nidd like a frightened little kitten.
gradually dug out from the rock and discovered.
And then we played The Forest.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know you as well then.
No.
And
we soon did.
The first time like Apple and sort of spoke to you, you were this strange Indian man who'd been in a coma for quite some time.
This is true.
Oh, excuse me while I'm just dying over in the corner here.
That always happens. You spend.
I'll be back in it. Just a tick.
Yep.
Okay.
You spend so long preparing for a recording that you're dead by the time you're ready.
It's okay. I've looted your body.
That's fine, because now I've respawned in a medical room far, far away. Here we are. Center Med Bay. That sounds like it could be the one.
Oh gosh, have you renamed it, Boris?
Yeah. I realized if anyone knew us to come on the server, and I told Minty to spawn at the center, but there was no center, so I renamed it.
Oh gosh, that was organised of you.
Yeah. But
just
yes,
like that.
So
I like a very dramatic entrance there.
Yeah, I just sort of gently shoved your body off, so it's just floating away now. We're here at the sarcophagus, which is where we started before we dragged the center station out over there as part of the Merry Friends or the Motley Space Crew or Space Engineers with Sal. Is that what you call yours?
I've called it the Merry Friends.
Or with friends?
Mm-hmm. I did call it the With Friends series, but now I've got so many friends on so many Space Engineer series, I renamed it as the Merry Friends series, because that made sense.
I suppose that would be a bit awkward for everyone else who wasn't in that series.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not going to go over there because we're constructing stuff in that series, so we will have congruity problems if we go over there. If we step over there, we go into the future.
We do.
And that would, ruin the universe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying hard not to look. I heard I'll burn my eyeballs if I look into the future.
You're all right to sort of catch a glimpse out the corner of your eye.
Just a slight peripheral. Oh,
yeah,
that's such a tease.
We need the cross promotion music, but Anubis isn't here.
Oh, do you know? I told him to come along. I said we'd have a purpose for him.
Yeah, he'd be completely silent, except for the sound effects we require.
He is a man with many feathers in his hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, to be honest, no. He thinks he has many, but he doesn't. Especially impressions. He thinks he's got lots of impressions, but really the only one he does any well is Yogi Bear. There's not much call for that.
I must admit, Boris, sometimes I've slipped into your accent when I've been on my videos, and I've thought to myself, what is going on? what is going on, because that's what attracted me to you at first, Boris, was your accent. It sent me to sleep. It was nice.
Is that a backhanded compliment?
It certainly is. It certainly is. I wouldn't give anything but backhanded compliments.
Okay, I can live with that. At least I know where I'm at. Right, so this is the first day that you've been on the server, Minty. Sal's, she crept in. She's been here for the whole time.
Yes, yes. I've been enjoying the sounds.
We're officially introducing her today.
Hey.
Hi, Sal.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
I think I mentioned to one of you this is a bit like being on a Hollywood set, being invited into a Hollywood set and creeping around.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, weren't we? Because although this is the first time Minty and I have met in game, oh no, it's not. What am I saying? We've met in a different world. Yeah. Oh, there goes the fourth wall again.
It's all right. The fifth dimension is present. That's how we travel from world to world. Indeed.
But yeah, we've chatted quite a lot, and yeah. We're I joined the Nidd. I checked back, and it was actually in early May when I finally turned around to Boris and said, "Can I be part of your gang? Because I seem to be already."
Can you please acknowledge my presence as part of your party?
It was because I didn't even really know what I was asking, and I think what I was really asking was, can I use the Nidd logo on my videos?
That's a very official question.
But it took me a while to realise that was what I was trying to get at. But I'm doing that now anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I must admit, I've been part of the Nidd in a one-sided relationship for the past year, or at least Boris's channel. I've been certainly enjoying a lot for quite a long time. And since I got back into Space Engineers, this was just the ideal cup of tea for me. The amount of seriousness and engineering prowess that was presented on this channel impressed me. And I'm studying a degree in space engineering, and I hope to have my zero-G testing at NASA very soon. So I thought this was ideal.
Zero-G has taken on a bit of a different meaning recently.
I can only assume that it's not entirely within the taste I would like to see it.
It's in a recreational sense, shall we say. The video is out. We can talk about that.
This could not possibly be something I heard about the other day in a totally unrelated area of space porn.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
Let's move on from there. Boris, you said you take us on a tour, because I know Sal's not seen anything on here since she's just joined.
Indeed.
Yeah. I've taken you on a tour to the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Which is
that seems to be about all. I don't really know where else to go, because I'd feel wrong going to my base first.
That's all right. That's all right. I mean, it is, from what I've glimpsed so far, a heartily impressive structure.
So Nordics, I think Nordic is working on a thing at the moment.
Yeah.
Jackal's pick. So that's the glory donut.
Oh boy, yeah, I've got a very good episode. Both Mia and Anubis have given me permission to release an extended video, which includes all of the outtakes, including when Anubis discovered that you had called his asteroid the Glory Hole. And his reaction is astonishing. It's fantastic. And he didn't know that I was recording at the time. I'd just left my cameras rolling after we'd finished an episode, and it's fantastic. I'm just trying to edit it down at the moment because I've got an hour of the funniest content, and it's only supposed to be 20 minutes.
that you're going to ensure a good episode there, I think, Sal.
Oh yeah.
I think when Boris named that was a real good cliffhanger at the end of your episode, Boris. I quite enjoyed that small insight, which no one else would have seen. But now Anubis is obviously quite aware. He may change what his structure is used for now because of the name.
He actually discusses how he might redesign his structure in my video, having discovered the name.
Well, Boris, if you ever get your mighty erection on the move, then that might fit well in with Anubis's glory hole.
Are we worried about spoilers with the mighty erection, Boris?
No.
I
don't know if we should fill anyone in. I quite like the idea of.
I was only revealing Boris's actual body parts. I wasn't talking about it.
Once again, moving on. Does anyone know where Spider-Man lives? It's not showing up on the HUD.
I have seen a glimpse of it from his perspective, but I have no idea where it is from the center.
I was going to go there because I know he definitely hasn't been back, so nothing's changed. So we can't spoil it. Yeah, it's just flying around. It's not going to find it.
It was
how about
some way out.
Yeah. We'll go back. We picked the wrong time to do a tour because I think everyone's in the middle of building something.
Yeah. So there's spoilers all over the place.
I'll just head back to my base, which is
our base.
Well, I say it's our base, yes. Which is obviously the case because the only way I know how to get there is by finding the spam with Sal's name all over it.
Sorry.
Is that the ones that say Sal's trailer, Sal's caravan, Sal's car?
Yeah, because although it is where I'm currently living, Boris hasn't actually built me a home.
I've not really held up my end of the deal. Instead,
there is
mighty erection.
I was going to say you are holding something up there.
No, I'm just wandering around the rear end of Ugly Barry, admiring Sal's take.
Back on at my base. Should I come back, or is
you guys are very fast. I'm hobbling. I'm going to go and fill up with some energy, so I'll be with you in just a minute.
Oh, you could bring the Ugly Barry back with you.
I do not have a license for large ships yet.
It flies like a pig, I'm afraid.
Do you have any P plates that I can affix to the outside of it? I think the first test is getting inside the Ugly Barry.
Yeah.
I do vaguely remember the hidden door somewhere around here.
Yes, in a sensitive place.
Yes, I think that's why I was around the rear area a little bit. Let's see now. This will probably just be a whole episode of Minty poking at the Ugly Barry. Here we go. All right, I'm in the Ugly Barry. Do we have gravity in it? No, we don't.
Oh, I thought there was. There should be oxygen as well, as long as you haven't just vented it all out by opening the door.
Oh no, I do. I did use the airlock and yes, there is gravity. It's just that I have boots of steel on. We have movement. I think I'll come out in third person so I don't destroy absolutely everything in the game.
Sorry, I crashed it. I told you both about this just before the recording, but I'd first crashed it. I crashed into this connector right here, and it put a very large hole in the side of my ship and destroyed 3 thrusters, I think, or 2 thrusters. And you'd know because you actually fixed it. I was just going to leave it. And that Sal just welded up, that's the extent of the damage to that connector. nothing happened to it.
No, it
It
wasn't.
is the strongest connector that has ever been made.
Well, I think the ugly Barry is a phallus of mass destruction.
It's very malleable. Is the ugly Barry?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It seems to have several layers to it. I'm gradually making my way there.
Yeah,
I'm very excited to. My P plates flew off at high velocity, I'm afraid. So, warning.
Yeah, you will need to give it a little amount of space to slow down. It's a bit.
Yeah, I always try and aim to the right or left of an asteroid.
Yeah.
When I'm heading towards it. Yes, I've suffered that before, and I've learned from my mistake. All right, here I come. I'm coming.
Oh, I've
Are
thought
you-
of somewhere where I can take you both.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is quite. There's an episode, it's not very far from here, and there's an episode coming out later on today, so it would just mean that you get to see something in 3D rather than in 2D.
Oh, now that is an offer I cannot refuse.
I think I should. I wish Anubis was with us though.
All right, I'm all oxygened up,
Okay.
and I will slowly emerge from the rear.
So I think we should maybe Boris could give us a demonstration of his wonderful erection.
Sure, sure.
'Cause
I've broken it twice, so and the second time was just before this recording, so
Yeah.
it's not in its completed state anymore.
There is surgery for that. That's all right.
Yeah.
it kind of lost its end, but
So
Okay.
in my next episode, it'll be finished, but
We'll
we'll
need
see it
to-
in its incomplete state.
you'll need to wait till Minty gets here. He's still in the
I
ship.
am. I'm here. Hello.
Ah,
Here we
but
go.
you see it
Beautiful.
opening. There we go.
I do. That is wonderful.
I needed a connector, and I didn't want to put it straight up. I needed one sort of far enough away so that I could get a large ship into the base, and I didn't really have a place to park it, so I made it nice and tall. And on the end of that's going to be a connector, and it's going to look a lot better than just a straight up. Whoa! I have a keyboard. My key was stuck down. My W key. It's just flying into everything. Yeah, it's going
That's
to look a
what we
lot
all
better than
see.
just a. Yeah.
But you can
Yeah, it'll look better than just that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be later.
So
That's a
from
good
Because
start.
yeah, sorry, sir.
from my point of view, as somebody interested in the engineering rather than the aesthetics, it's marvelous, marvelous.
The door is because meteors might come on at some point in this world, so I'm going to make everything meteor protected.
Okay, and I will be calling this the hood of the sheath.
Yep, of course.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. It's like one of my cartoon characters, Henry Halfsheath. Beautiful. Beautiful. So Sal, you say you have a destination in mind?
Yeah, because we're going to be a little ways away, we could do a taking ship. Okay, right, we are approaching a very special asteroid. And I take all the blame for this.
I have no idea what to expect.
Indeed. All the
It is
blame and none
exciting.
of the credit. But I shall tell you, I haven't told the story behind this yet on any of my episodes where it appears. So I'll tell the story here.
And I don't know if it's me, but I seem to be certainly lagging behind you. Have you got super powered ships there?
I'm in the slowest of the three ships.
And I'm right behind.
Hmm.
I'm about 5,000 meters behind you, but catching up quick.
Those two red bricks that you're in, they stop very quickly, so you only need about 200 meters to go from full speed to a dead stop.
Ah.
But yes, if you head up towards my old blue welder, so that you're coming in at the same angle as I'm currently sat at.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just hover here till you.
Oh, wow.
This you sound like you've just seen the eighth wonder of space,
No,
Grand Canyon.
this needs to be protected. No one can touch this asteroid.
What if I was to tell you that the brain was made entirely of platinum?
Ah.
No, I still think it is an area of natural, outstanding beauty.
Well, Anubis will be very happy to hear you say something of that nature. But let's let Minty approach.
We need cloaking devices. Cover it in cloaking devices. Or just reflective paint, one of the two.
Mm-hmm. So the closer in you get, the more detailed it becomes.
Oh my goodness.
So the story behind this, it had something to do with when I crashed my ship I reversed at full speed into an asteroid. I'd been mining a moon, and I left the perfect imprint of the rear end of my ship on an asteroid, proving how strong the ships are and how, again, malleable asteroids are. And somehow or other, I was chatting with Mia, and the question came up as to whether or not I was trying to imply that Anubis's face looked like the back end of my ship, and I can't remember how we got to that. It was one of those random, rambly conversations. Anyway, so it sort of developed from there into, if Anubis's face didn't look like the back end of my ship, was I saying he looked like an asteroid? And then, well, what if an asteroid did look like Anubis's face? Now this was the best. This is modelled on the best photograph that anyone could find of Anubis. That was large enough to be able to model. And this is back when he was younger and he had hair.
That is fantastic. It is nearly in line with the Sphinx.
Well, there's been a lot of chat about how a giant floating head in space, and the fact that he, obviously Anubis Ra, is the combination of two gods of Egyptian mythology. So, yes, he is approaching godhood.
That is fantastic. Never before have my eyeballs witnessed such a natural phenomenon.
And you wouldn't believe, Boris, just how much nervousness there was about what your reaction would be. It was like, oh God, we're going to be in so much trouble.
I think this is worth it, though.
I'm so glad.
Yes, this is fantastic.
Because
well done.
After, like I said, I deserve absolutely none of the credit, but all of the blame. The credit for the artistic and technical and all of the rest of it, and being very persuadable, is of course Mia. Couldn't have.
Yes, he's a very clever chap.
He is indeed. And if you come over to the ears and you get your camera angle just right, so that you can see inside Anubis's head, you can actually see straight through to the other side.
Wow.
So just like real Anubis.
That's intentional. Yeah, that is fantastic.
Oh. Okay. I think someone should set up inside.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we've discussed that as well.
I don't know what to say. This. I think this might be the starting of a new religion. Did he really have hair like that?
Well, yeah, it is based on the photograph.
That's fantastic. Very Elvis. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's almost like, he was wearing a cap one day that was pushed a little bit back, and then he decided, oh, that'd be good in hair.
The peak cut.
I mean, there is certain inaccuracies because it's a 3D model based on a 2D picture. So the lights and shadows don't quite get it right. But yeah, but his hair, that is how his hair was.
I now have another thing to do here that's given me, I need to build a small ship shaped like a cotton bud.
Fantastic.
We will slowly gain more accessories. Sunglasses will appear.
Yep. Well, I think the first thing that we were talking about was a comedy eye patch. And there was something else as well. Mia was just full of ideas of how you could build a base on it. We're waiting for the day when you can finally introduce thrusters onto asteroids and space engineers. So
yes, I'm thinking that the moving head, the head.
Yep.
That that would just end everything.
Because Anubis wants to build his base in it and then be able to fly around inside his own head.
The ultimate ego. Fantastic.
So
I haven't seen a site like this in this section of space ever. This is the first. This is a first.
Oh. Well, one thing's for sure. It's good that Anubis lost his hair.
Well, he didn't lose it. He shaved it off.
That's what he says.
No, he bought a mirror one day. He just didn't possess a mirror in his house, and then he bought one, and then the next day his hair was gone. I'm sorry, Anubis. I haven't even properly. There's just too much. I'm overwhelmed.
Oh.
You need a fro comb, really. A fro comb in the top. Well, thank you, Sal. Thank you for taking me here. This has certainly been memorable.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tour that I provided.
Boris, without a doubt, you should start a tour group, really. Professional. This is amazing. You don't need anything else after this, really. Everything else pales into insignificance.
Yeah, I don't see why anyone would build anything else.
But my life's over. That's it.
Yeah, you can't top this.
But we'll try. We'll try.
But yeah, we've had our time. So
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I just don't want to stop looking at it.
I know. It's quite fascinating, really, isn't it?
Marvelous.
Probably do with some detailing on his eyes.
Oh, if you get close, it's there. It renders in as you get really close.
Like maybe ice or something.
Oh, I see. Colour.
For a bit of colour.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yes, and the bottom of the eyeball. Oh, wow. You can't. It's untouchable.
I don't even know what colour Anubis's eyes are.
Look at that. Yeah, I can see it now from this angle. That's fantastic.
Yeah, you can.
Slaty grey, I think, Sal.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Judging by this.
Judging by this, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mia and I were sunbathing on his nose one day.
Well, you don't really get the full perspective of just how big this is until you're standing on his nose.
Uh-huh.
No, in the shadow. Not at this. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for such a wonderful introduction, Boris, on the tip of Anubis's nose. Look at that. Looking out. Ah, that is impressive when you just look up the bridge. And that hair, that hairy outcrop. Fantastic.
Oh, I don't know if you would have been the right age, or maybe even in Australia at the time then, Minty. But do you know the show Little Elvis and the Truck Stoppers?
I don't know. No, I actually only emerged into Australia in the year 2000. I was, I think it was the Y2K bug that.
Yep.
That's the only thing that happened to me. I suddenly found myself in Australia. So no, I don't know that program, Boris. But I take it this is very reminiscent of it.
Yes. I think I'm going to be calling him Little Elvis from now on. This is like the grown-up version of him. Look that up on YouTube now, everyone watching. That is now what Anubis is. That's his theme song. I don't remember enough about the show to add any more detail.
I'll have to have a look. And there's even we may have to take the opportunity to get some nasal passages in here as well.
Oh, that has been discussed.
Oh,
yeah,
fantastic, fantastic. Ah, brilliant.
Okay, but we are going to have to end it here before we move on to another topic. Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed the beginning of a new religion, and we'll see you next time. I'm assuming we're all going to be recording and releasing episodes on this server, so yeah, you'll be able to find the links for Minty and Sal are in the description. I mean, they always are, but yeah. Anyway, goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.